Which of the stages has been mom, grandma? What's really been satisfying?
All of them. Mom I loved. You know, we had babies so early that I could play golf with George W. and throw him off the golf course for profanity. And, I mean, I think we're very, very close, George and I, because we did a lot of things together as a young mother. Yeah. And we went through some very tough times, too, and he was my hero, still is. That hurts when people criticize George W., and don't ever dare do it in front of me. Yeah. Or behind me.
You have been in this business of politics and public service for your whole life. How do you explain what kind of a business it is?
I think it brings you closer together because you all are hurt by the criticisms. And don't criticize George W. in front of Jeb.
Going to wind up losing a finger?
Maybe. I don't know, but I've heard him defend his brother.
I don't know if you're a reader of the New York Times, but New York Times Maureen Dowd had a column, and the headline was, "Brace yourself for Hillary and Jeb."
I did see that, and I thought, anything to make news. Did you read about the man who died, and in his obituary, it was about that big, and did you read about this man who said, "Don't send flowers, don't send donations to anything, cancel your New York Times subscription"? So I did.
Now, the reason I mentioned, Maureen Dowd say, "Brace yourself for Hillary and Jeb."
In this country, which is such a great country, that there are more than 3 families. But then I read The Bully Pulpit, I think, by Doris Kearns Goodman. And she points out that in 1700, there were only 3 families. So maybe it's okay. It just seemed to me ridiculous in a country this size that we didn't have other families. I mean, we've got great governors and other people. I just don't understand it. And maybe Jeb's given all he should give, because he's worked awfully hard for a long time. Sure. But he is the best qualified person in the country. There's no question about that. So just put me down as saying that.
You are one of the most widely admired women in the world. And I was trying to think, why? Well, I'll tell you why.
Never mind. Don't answer.
No, I'm going to tell you why.
Don't tell me that.
You're a straight shooter. You say what's on your mind.
I've given that up for Lent.
But